What's going on, guys? Happy, what day is it? Thursday? I don't even know
Damn,
anymore.
no intro this week. All right, fuck it, I
No,
guess.
I'm gonna do the intro. I just want to introduce us first, then we'll jump into the
Oh,
intro.
okay. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Keep going. Forget I said anything.
Ruined it. Nah. Hey, I mean, it's a great day for UH fans. We'll get into that in just a little bit. We'll touch a little bit on the Texans, the Rockets, and I suppose we'll talk about the Astros. I don't want to.
Do we have to? Do we have to talk about the Astros? I don't.
Maybe just a couple tidbits here and there. But yeah, we'll be right back after the intro.
Ride through Houston, Texas, flexing, rolling through the SWAT. Repping for the city, hear 'em in the parking lot. Houston written across the jersey, ain't gon' never stop. Just fans got me tuning in, waiting for the drop. Astros, Texas, Rockets, Dynamo, they coming with it. When they pull up, got the city sitting on a fitted. Straight up A-Leaf, hold it down, ain't gon' never quit it. Just fans got me tuning in, let my dogs get it. Southwest A-Leaf, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans.
What it do?
Come on, guys. It's me, your host, Rios, and I'm joined by my other co-host, Poppy. How's it going, bro?
Ya tú sabes, papi. Okay.
No, it's funny. So we were talking off air, and I was like, anytime it gets cold, one, I'm not gonna turn the heat around because it's not that cold. But two,
Save that money, dude. Save that money.
Save what you can. But two, I always drink Guinness. I don't know why, but
Hey man, salud. To your health, brother.
right? What's left of it?
God knows that liver is fighting for its life.
Employ them up every month.
Especially with the way the Texans has been playing, but
just Houston sports in general this year has just been man.
Yeah, man. Where do you want to start right now?
Well, let's start with the positives. So the Texans, they beat the Colts in Stroud House on Sunday.
Yep.
I mean, he's pretty much owned that stadium. He like T.Y. Hilton used to own NRG. I think CJ and Nico are the owners.
Nico, definitely, man. He was outstanding that game. And it's crazy to say because I feel like the offense, even though the Texans have this is what, like 4 wins on the bounce.
Yeah.
So but it's been mainly because of the defense, not so much the offense. But they're slowly starting to get it together somewhat.
Yeah, you saw a little bit with Mills, like the offense was starting to click a little bit. He had a couple, I think with him it was more so moments that did enough to win the game, which is what CJ did as well. Enough moments to win the game, nothing that blows your mind, offensive wise.
Right.
But enough to win. When you have a defense like that, you just got to do just enough just to win the game.
And the Texans continue to be the number 1 defense, dude. It's just such an identity defensively, which is what we talked about when D'Amico first got the gig. It's like we know that this defense eventually they're going to get it together, and the players have been outstanding. The whole defensive line led by Hunter and Will Anderson, like they've been unstoppable. The secondary, even though they've had their mishaps and their injuries and whatnot, they're still holding it together. The play calling defensively has been good. The sack numbers have been great. It's like I'm excited when that defense out there. I'm confident with the defense out there. It's just everything else that
that worries
you. That worries me. Basically, every time we have the ball, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? Yeah.
No, I mean, as far as the defense, my only real complaint with the defense, we kind of talked about it on another show, was the red zone defense. They have been giving up a lot of touchdowns. The good thing is other teams aren't making it that often into the red zone. So, but still, when the teams do get there, it's a little bit of cause for concern because teams are scoring once they get into the red zone against this Texas defense.
Yeah, and you would argue, the field gets shorter, so less places to cover, but the defense still, good enough to keep us in all these games, and it just comes down to the offense, man. Like you said, with Mills, it was starting to look okay. Like Mills had that really good game against, was it Jacksonville? And then he basically put up a stinker the stinker the very next week, and then got us back another win. But with CJ, it's good to have him back. reports said that if that Bills game wasn't on a Thursday, he probably would have been back for that. But you know how like concussion protocol is. You want to be on the safe side when it comes to that. And it's good to have him back. CJ keeps showing flashes of the great quarterback that we saw. The fearless quarterback that we saw on that rookie year. He keeps showing flashes, but there's still, I don't know if it's down to the play calling. I don't know if it's still like the confidence there or just the talent around him. But what are your thoughts on this Texans team? Because we know the defense can keep us competitive against the big boys, and we're gonna see another side of that when we face the Chiefs, right? Because the Chiefs are, you can never just count them out, right? Despite their record, you can never count out Mahomes. And if there's a quarterback in this league that can definitely put a dent in this defense, it's definitely Mahomes. But what are you thinking about the playoff odds of this Texans team, right? We're on the hunt right now.
Yeah, I mean,
we're one back from Jacksonville.
How they started the season 0-3, you're just like, oh man, the season's over. It's just,
it felt over. It felt over, yeah.
But they've shown signs of life on offense before CJ got hurt. I think if CJ doesn't get concussed against Denver, they win that game. Just because Mills had no practice time, so it was kind of a tough task for him to come in. Because Denver has a great defense. I think they're like number 2 or number 3. So they got a really good defense. And for someone like Mills, who's basically coming in cold, that was a tall order for him to try to get the win over them. And obviously he couldn't. But I think if CJ stays in that game, they win that one. And this is a much tighter race with the Colts, Jaguars, and Texans.
It's actually a race right now. It's like we thought it
was
a race.
I think Houston will be at 8 wins, the Jaguars at 8 wins, and Indy at 7 wins. I mean, it'd be a much crazier race than it is now, which is still because you got the Titans, you got the Colts and the Jaguars playing this Sunday, so that game could be huge for either team.
Yeah, we'll watch them get a draw.
Right,
dude. And you mentioned the Broncos, man. Like when I see the Broncos play, it kind of reminds me a little bit of this Texans team because their defense is so elite and the offense it shows flashes at times, right? And they have done enough. Bo Nix has done enough for this team to like get them the record that they have, right? And the Broncos are definitely making the playoffs. But then you look at this Texans team, is like we honestly, there were some games that we should have won, like that first game against Jacksonville. We should have won that game. There's a couple of games, especially early in the season, where like we had no excuse to be as bad as we were. So imagine this Texans team realistically should have at least another 2 wins on their record.
I mean, the way I talked about another show, I think because the defense is holding teams to like 16 points. If the offense can score more than 17, 18 points, the team could be, 9, 10 wins easily this season.
Can you score 3 touchdowns a game? That's what we're asking, right?
Yeah, not 3 field goals. 3 touchdowns.
Dude, the MVP of this team on the offensive side of the ball has been like just the special teams. Just Kaimi, man.
That man's
just carrying the whole city. Like there's gonna be a statue of Jose Altuve, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Kaimi Fairbairn when it's all said and done.
Right? This is insane. But like if the offense was just somewhat confident at the beginning of the season, they'd be comfortable with the division lead, but yeah, it's been the story of Houston sports all season. They don't want to do it the easy way. They want you to suffer. They want you to have palpitations.
What are the thoughts on the playoff pictures? Because with the long season we have with the Astros, we were talking about like, okay, the Astros are still good enough on paper to make the playoffs. We should be able to make the playoffs. And in the end, we did not.
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Right. That's how we felt, right? Like the window is clearly shut by this point. It would suck to have another team here in Houston, the Texans, being with the hype that they went in the season with, not make the playoffs. Right now, we've made it a close race, definitely. And props to the coaching staff, props to the players, but they dug themselves into this hole, which they're trying desperately to climb out of. Can we make the playoffs? And once we're there, can we make some noise?
Yes and yes, for 2 reasons. So when the Texans started 0-3 back in 2018? They won 9 in a row.
Yeah.
Won the division, made the playoffs, and then put up a stinker in the playoffs. But the difference between this team and that team is that team had a great offense, not so much on defense. Versus this team, they're approaching historic levels of defense. Offense can just be mediocre. They have a chance to make some noise in the playoffs, especially with the way this defense is playing. Like, they are just manhandling offensive lines. They're just making quarterbacks' lives miserable.
Yeah.
If you can hold teams to, like, under 16 points a game, all you got to do is just score 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and you can beat almost anybody in the NFL right now.
Yeah, if you look at that Bills game, right, when the defense was all over Josh Allen, and then you see the Bills when they played against the Steelers, right? It's two completely different. It's night and day. Dude, Josh Allen looks like a league MVP playing against the Steelers, but against the Texans, he looked like he was out of his depth.
It looked like when the varsity would have played the freshman team.
The freshman team.
Like. Not even the JV, the freshman team.
So then, like, this defense can definitely it raises the floor of the Texans. It raises the floor for sure, but the offense needs to be the one that raises the ceiling.
Yeah,
because right now I look at this team and I'm still thinking a first, maybe a second round exit, maybe.
I think it really comes down to who they play and which guys are healthy going into the playoffs.
I feel like the lack of run game from this team is what's doing.
It's going to come back and bite them eventually, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. Because Nick Chubb shows flashes, but I don't think we use him the right way enough. Joe Mixon still, I don't know if he's still with us in any capacity. Has anybody seen that man?
We need signs of life. No, I think they already said he's done for the season. I think his time with the Texans is probably done. They probably
it's probably up. Yeah. Woody Marks.
I like Woody Marks, but he's not a running back one, man. He's a good complimentary running back, but
correct.
Being the bell cow, that's just
we do not have that guy that we can rely on to get those easy yards or those really tough. Well, we don't really have a lot of third and short, but
no, not at all.
It's mostly like
8.
Bro, third and short for us is 3 and 10. That's what it is, bro.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Like 3 and 15, 3 and 18 type shit. But I feel like the lack of run game and the inconsistency in the passing game, I think eventually we're just gonna flame out. And it's so sad because the defense can only do so much.
Right.
Like the defense can keep the other team to 9 points in a game, but if we only score 6, we're still gonna lose.
A way to alleviate a poor running game is utilizing these running backs in the passing game a little bit more, which you haven't really seen too much of.
No, not at all.
Here and there, but like Woody Marks is one of the best pass catching running backs coming out of college football, and rarely utilize him in the passing game. Nick Chubb's not really a pass catcher, but you can utilize him and Dare Ogunbowale a little bit more, and like with these short screens, easy passes. Let them, get in the open field and get some easy yards.
Yeah,
because we saw a ton of tight end screens last year that didn't work. Try it with the running backs; they're a little bit more elusive and faster than your tight ends.
Yeah, a little bit faster than your typical tight ends. It's just gonna come down, like I do have faith in this team to make the playoffs. With how Indiana has kind of like fallen off a little bit, and Jacksonville continues to be.
We kind of predicted because Daniel Jones.
We figure, but like there was a point in there where Daniel Jones was looking like a clear MVP front runner. Now it looks to be that Drake May, and I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I gotta say, man, as much as I like Drake May, I hate that the Patriots got another guy that's.
Another generational talent. Yeah.
Like, God, you could get like a 5-year window where they just suck.
Well, we kind of did get a 5-year window, and that was it.
It doesn't even feel like it's that long.
Well, I mean, we needed a longer window than 5 years because after essentially 2 decades plus of Tom Brady just owning the NFL.
The thing is, like, I need them to suck, to be like the bottom of the barrel. I need it to be like.
I mean, it kind of worked, but for really like 4 seasons, if you can even say that, they were still somewhat passable. When they had what's his name, Mac Jones.
Fucking Mac Jones.
It's crazy because last year they were a 4-win team. Now look at them,
Yeah.
number 1 in the AFC. But that's what having an elite quarterback does for your organization and putting the right pieces into place.
Yeah,
and building the trenches, which my one gripe against Caserio is he has just not done a good job building his offensive line.
I don't think he's done
You can't go bargain shopping for offensive linemen when you got a franchise quarterback.
No, it's like we've all been talking about this for years. This is how football teams are built. Like, you got to protect your quarterback. We've been talking about this for decades. You got to protect your quarterback, and it's just like, oh, let's pay Stephon Diggs. Let's get Joe Mixon through the door. Let's get all these weapons. But if my guy doesn't have time to throw the damn ball,
well, that or getting seasoned play callers. Like, I get when they hired Caleb. Okay, maybe he fresh does the stuff that the Rams do. No, it's just a retread of the Patriots offense to start the season. I'm like, what are we doing, man?
What are we doing? We're not built like that. We're not that kind of team.
And what is a little bit of head scratching is them, we're a power running team. No, you're not. You don't have the personnel. You don't have the line to be a power running team.
We're not even a running team.
I could say if you had Joe Mixon, you could say this is a power running team, but you don't have Joe Mixon. You got Nick Chubb at 60% of what he used to be. You have Woody Marks is more of an elusive running back.
By the way, on my fantasy, the guy who drafted Nick Chubb finally dropped his ass. So now I got my team mascot, Nick Chubb, finally acquired Nick Chubb.
All in due time.
And it's all coming together. And I'm number 2 in my fantasy, so I'm definitely gonna make the playoffs.
Let's just say I'm praying to every god of every religion to make the fantasy playoffs because I am hanging on by a thread. I'm in 7th place right now. Jesus. I need to win, and I need 2 other people to lose to make it to the playoffs.
Were you number 1 after the first few weeks? What happened?
No. So in one of my leagues, I was middle of the pack. I was projected to miss the playoffs completely, but I've been holding steady in that league. Mother league, I'm in, I think, 4th or 5th place, and in another one, I'm in 1st. But the one I'm in 1st, there's no money involved, so I don't care about that.
Oh, no, this is my money league, right? 600 goes to the winner.
Big money league where the pot's $1,000. I'm, I think, 4th right now. So that's the one I care. That one and the other one, because the pot in that one's like $500 or $400, something like that.
See, I'm number 2 of mine, and I'm 1 game behind the guy who's 1st, and I think I play him. Like he beat me in one of the first few games. I was projected to miss the playoffs, and
I got a team
right now I'm number 2, man. There's some slippers in there, and Jahmyr Gibbs has been a godsend for me, and Devonta Adams have been godsends for me.
Right. You know what's infuriating? All the teams that I've lost to, they're all the bottom teams. I'm like, teams that are one team. I gave them the first win of the season 2 weeks ago. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's so deflated, bro.
He was 0-9. I gave him his first win. I was so mad.
That's so deflated whenever you're 75% projected to win and then you fucking lose.
And my brother, he's in one of my leagues, and he has a losing record too. And he beat me by a point.
That's disheartening, bro. That's disheartening.
And the funny thing, he didn't even know about it. He gave up on the season because I'm out of the playoffs. I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah, I'm playing a good friend of mine this week, and he was the guy who drafted Puka, and I kept telling him I kept trying to trade him. I was giving them massive trade packages. I'm like, bro, just let me have Puka. Just let me have Puka. No, he's like, no, man, I'm trying to make the playoffs, bro. He's already been eliminated from playoff contention, bro. I think he's won 3 games. And I'm just like, bro.
I think it's time to slip him to 20. Hey, bro. Here's 20. Give me Puka.
How about you just put him on waivers?
Here's $20. Drop him. Let me know when you drop him so I can pick him up.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, man. But enough of fantasy. Hopefully, I'm winning. I got a couple of Dallas players out there. Um, but yeah, man, I feel like the Texans, like I said, like the defense definitely raises the floor. It's all about raising the ceiling, and it's about staying healthy. So we'll see what that O line looks like. We'll see what the offense looks
Well,
like.
speaking of health, the Chiefs, they're missing 3 starting offensive linemen. So
Yeah,
if I'm Burke, the defensive coordinator, I am salivating at that. Like I'm
the
designing
matchup for this week is, and it's a 7 p.m. game, right? Sunday night.
Yes, Sunday night. Yep.
I feel like the matchup is gonna be like a repeat of like the Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. Like I think the D line is just gonna feast on Mahomes.
Yep.
I think it's gonna look just like what we did to the Bills. So again, though, Mahomes is one of those guys who like he can and will try to make plays out of like a collapsing pocket.
The problem is that the Chiefs don't have much of a running game because when your quarterback is your leading rusher, unless you're
telling
Lamar,
me, you're telling me I drafted Isaiah Pacheco and that motherfucker hasn't done shit all year. You're telling me they don't have much of a run game? The only reason I don't fucking drop his ass, like he's been benched since like week 3. The only reason why I haven't fucking released his ass is because I want him to rot on the bench.
To teach him a lesson.
Fucker.
But yeah, Mahomes is their leading rusher, and yeah, they don't have a run game. Mahomes is going to be in for a long day at the office.
Yeah,
but it's going to be. They might have. They might be a little shorthanded at the corner position because Lassiter, his foot's hurt, and they don't know if he's going to play Sunday or not. So I think if he doesn't play, you're going to have Derek Stingley shadow Rashee Rice because he is their biggest threat on offense in the short, intermediate, and deep passes.
Yeah,
he's a complete receiver.
That's the matchup. That's the biggest matchup challenges that we're gonna have for this Sunday. And you know, Mahomes, he doesn't need a lot of time to make those plays. It's gonna be really like how much pressure or how fast we can get to the quarterback. I think that's gonna say a lot. We already know that the Texans are gonna have their penalties. We already know they're gonna have their negative play calls, right? Negative yards. So it's about like, can we try to put some touchdowns on the board rather than relying on the 3 points every other drive? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they're going to have to be, because I got a peek of the officiating crew, and they are one of the teams that throws a lot of defensive pass interference flags. So they're really have to be disciplined and not.
Oh, you already know Mahomes. Yeah, you already know Mahomes is gonna get all the flags in the world, and he's gonna be walked down to the red zone for him to make a play.
Oh yeah, you know it's coming. That's why they got to put him away early, because if this game is close at the end, you know they're going to get a phantom defensive pass interference that puts them in field goal range to win the game.
I'm still pissed off of the playoffs loss last year, so I'm dying to see Mahomes just in a world of pain.
Because if they can beat them, that pretty much ends the Chiefs' season. They got a chance to,
would that eliminate them? I don't think so, right?
Well, not mathematically, but I mean their season's pretty much done at that point because they are so far behind Denver. Denver's another crazy story too.
Well, the AFC Championship. What do you think the AFC Championship is going to be?
Man, I would love to say Houston, but I don't know if you make it more. I can honestly see Patriots and Broncos.
That would be.
I think
what year is this, bro?
Exactly. But I mean, Houston has a good chance with their defense. They just need the offense to, not be ass.
I would like to get a second chance at the Broncos because, like you said, we should have won that game, and both of us are so similar with like really good defenses and like questionable offense. It would just come to like I feel like that game would be another close one. It would just come down to like a field goal, like a 1-possession game. But I would love for this team to redeem themselves because again, that's a game that we should have won.
Yep.
And then fuck the Patriots.
Just imagine you were born in the 90s. You grew up watching the Patriots, and your entire life you're in the Super Bowl every other year. Like,
I feel like that's how Bears fans feel about Green Bay, man. Every time they lose a quarterback, they're like, okay, now we can overtake them. Then they just pull another one from the lab. Fucking
Yeah, you go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Jordan Love is my backup too, so I need him to like really step up this week. Because Purdy had a bye week. Even though I feel like he's only played like 4 games all year with all his injuries and shit.
Feels like it, yeah.
Yeah. So now, transitioning over. No more football. Oh, you want to talk U of H? Okay, tell us the news.
The number one recruit, number one QB, number one prospect in all of high school. Signed with U of H today. You know how big that is?
What did like? So I know nothing. I know nothing about this kid. I don't follow the high school prospects.
He's a local guy, so he's kind of like it's funny because it's almost on the exact same day that Ed Oliver signed with UH. This kid decides to commit to University of Houston.
Any particular reason? Did he say why he wanted to do this?
He believes in the program, believes in the coach, and he wants to, revive this UH program.
Okay, but that's like the immediate train answer. Because
like a couple of years ago, so 10 years ago, this program was was up and coming, and they had Tom Herman. They were really looking like they're gonna make some noise, and then he decides to betray the team and go to UT for the And they ended up losing in a bowl game because he basically told the team overnight, "Okay, I'm gonna sign with Texas next year." Like, and a lot of these recruits, like Ed Oliver and all these other guys, like they signed because of him, and for him to go back, and just essentially give up to them to go to Texas.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but if I'm like the number one prospect in the country, why am I signing with Houston? Out of all the programs that are out there, where I can probably, they probably have like better facilities. The deals are going to be bigger.
So at the time, Houston was in the Conference USA, basically. Now they're in the Big 12, more money and more opportunities. And just Houston's undefeated on the road this season.
Yeah.
6-0 on the road with okay quarterback play. Now, having the number one quarterback in the country, this offense is going to take off next year, and they already have a great defense.
So, do you think he walks into the starting position?
Yeah, easily QB1.
Oh, so no red shirt year, not even like let's give him a few games, see how they do. Like
he's going to walk in.
Week 1, he's like the man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
the number one quarterback, the number one prospect,
right?
All positions, number one.
So that's very interesting, right? Because obviously we support all things H-Town, except the government. But and the traffic. Fuck the traffic.
Oh God! Don't even start on that.
But I don't know much about college ball. You're more the college guy, the college savant.
Like I said, Weekman's been great, but like he is, he's like very up and down.
The team has been exciting. They've been playing like some really good football. Some like they win a lot of games right now. So I can only imagine what the potential is, right? Like what the ceiling is for this U of H team, getting like the number one prospect in the whole country. You said he's a local guy, right? Like Houston local or like Texas local?
Texas local, but I mean, still he's close enough to Houston. So.
Right. Okay. I got you.
But no, the thing with him is he wants a lot of these guys in the Houston area to go to UH, be local because. This program's on the up and up. Like everywhere Willie Fritz has gone, he's been a winner.
Yeah.
And he's turned this program around in 2 years because this team was just once they got into the Big 12, they were just mediocre. They're the opposite of the men's basketball team. Like that team has been elite for the last 8 years.
Doing the men's basketball
program they haven't been that great. They've been okay, but they've taken steps year after year. And with Coach Willie Fritz, they've really turned it around. they're just a couple pieces away from being like actual legitimate playoff contenders. Because this year they're top 20, they're number 21 ranked right now. And when the season started, I said this team's gonna be top 25.
And
Like,
Texas,
man, you're just a homer. You know what you're talking about. And
Texas is such a football state as well. Like it was always weird to me to see, the U of H not be one of those giants like, UT and Texas A&M, right? Mainly because those teams mostly focus on their college programs because they don't really have like a lot of professional sports. Teams in like with football, like the San Antonio got the Spurs, Austin has fucking nobody.
Yeah.
So
the problem was because they were in the Big 12 before. Now they're in the SEC,
right?
But the main reason UH couldn't get into those bigger conferences because they didn't want those. They didn't want them in there because Houston's like, where would you rather live? In College Station or Austin, or would you rather live in Houston?
Yeah.
Obvious answer is Houston.
I'd rather live in Katy, to be honest.
But for years they kept them out of the bigger conferences, and once they moved to the SEC, then UH got a chance to join the Big 12, and it's starting to pay dividends.
Yeah,
men's program. Look at all the number one recruits they've gotten over the last couple of years. Now the men's football team is starting to get those number one recruits. Like it's only looking up for this program.
Yeah, I feel like the culture is shifting. So.
And it takes them having the right, just like with the Texans, going back to the pros, like getting the right coach that brings the right culture, it can turn
the right identity, right? Yeah. Another coach that has done that with my favorite basketball team, Ime Udoka, coming in and completely, and it's more, and that's what I love, man. Like this Houston Rockets, Houston Texans. It's that defense, bro. That grit, that like that like nonstop, like play till the whistle type mentality. And the Houston Rockets are on a really good trajectory. And with the rumors now of Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo, sort of, kind of, probably, most likely requesting a trade.
It's most no,
because he just keeps saying that the same thing he's been saying for the last few years, right? Like, I want to win championships. My goal is not to stay anywhere forever. It's to be a champion forever type shit. That's all he's been saying ever since before they won a championship and after they won a championship. And even though Houston doesn't look like the prime destination for him, it's definitely one of the teams that's like probably gonna throw some phone calls their way.
Yeah, I think if I'm Milwaukee, they're going to want the farm, essentially. They're going to want multiple players, multiple draft picks. And if I'm the Rockets, I'm not breaking up this team just yet. Because
if it's dude, the thing is, like, if it's Giannis requesting a trade, right? The Bucks automatically lose a lot of their leverage. Right? So you will want a young player, maybe two young players, and then draft compensations, right? So Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard, question mark? A couple of picks and a couple of pick swaps.
The problem is if you trade Reed Shepard, who plays point guard? Because he's done okay, playing semi point guard, but like you need a legitimate point guard.
So who's the point guard over there in Milwaukee right now?
I'm not even gonna lie. I couldn't even name another Milwaukee player right now. They're that bad. I couldn't name another player.
Come on, man. Miles Turner, fucking Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, like I said, nobody.
Hey, Miles Turner went to the finals last year. All right, relax. Maybe do a 3-teamer because right now the biggest landing spot.
It's going to be at least a 3 or 4 team trade if Giannis does move.
The thing is, like right now, the most like the prime spots, right? So it's New York in the East and San Antonio in the West. The last thing I want as a Houston fan is San Antonio to get another fucking superstar next to De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, that'll be my 13 freeze. Like, no, I've had enough.
Can you imagine a fucking front court of Giannis Antetokounmpo,
And Embiid, Jesus Christ, man.
MVP caliber player, former DPOY, fucking what is it? 6-time All-Star at the very least, multiple times All-NBA. Now with De'Aaron Fox, All-Star. I don't know if he has made All-NBA ever, but definitely All-NBA potential. And then Victor Wembanyama, who will win Defensive Player of the Year if he can stay healthy, and will win several MVPs if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, just.
It's just another huge contender in the West. Like at this point, it's like, dude, like
that's
if you
want
at that point, if you want to win, though, just go to the East. Just build one. That's what the Celtics did. The Celtics just built one super team in the East, cruise through everybody, and then fucking beat on who was it? The Dallas Mavericks. I feel like that should be like if I'm anybody in the East, I'm just selling everything that I have just to try to like build one cohesive, like dominant team just to rule the East. And then I'll just make the finals every fucking year. And then I gotta win one of those.
Depends who you play against. I mean, the Thunder.
I mean, that's what the Cavaliers did for so many years, right? With LeBron. They just but they just had one super team. Nobody in the East gave him anything.
Yeah, but how many championships did they win? One.
Yeah, because they had to go to Golden State, bro. We couldn't even get through Golden State.
Golden State. They lost to the Spurs. They lost to the Magic.
Okay, so they lost to the Spurs. Like you're talking about the Dynasty Spurs and the Dynasty Warriors. Those are the two teams that you mentioned. The dynasties.
And like in the East, they couldn't get past the Magic or the Celtics or something. That's why LeBron left, because he couldn't get past those two teams.
Yeah, but the second time he went there, they won to the finals like what, 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row, something stupid like that.
Yeah, and they won how many championships?
Again, Dynasty Warriors. You keep forgetting that it was the Dynasty Warriors. You keep forgetting that. Harden and Chris Paul couldn't get past the Dynasty Warriors, right?
Well, no, if Chris Paul doesn't get injured in Game 5, they beat the Warriors and they beat the Cavs in the finals. I will die at that hill.
We definitely beat the Cavs for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And then like we don't trade for Westbrook. Harden doesn't leave. He retires at 33 with a championship. Honestly, I will die on that hill.
Yeah, I blame James Harden for that because he's the one that pushed Westbrook out. He wanted Russ. I mean, he pushed. I mean, Chris Paul. Excuse me. Chris Paul. Yeah, he pushed Chris Paul out. Wanted Westbrook, and that just was beginning of the end.
Yeah. And then I mean, they traded everybody for nothing but shooting threes, and then we missed 27 in a row, and I've never been the same since.
Yeah, a piece of me died that day.
Yeah, but I mean, the Rockets are still in a good trajectory.
Yeah, they're 3 in the West right now, and I mean,
I'm still thinking that we're gonna have to trade for a point guard at some point. I don't know who that's gonna be. I'm looking at, any selling team right now, but all the selling teams don't really have like good point guard play.
Yeah, I think it's going to probably be closer to the All-Star break where we figure out where they're going to go with the point guard position because, like I said, Amon's done an okay job at point, but that's not playing to his strengths.
No, and the Rockets are very athletic, and they run on the fast break a lot, with people like Ahmed and Jabari and Tyrese and all these guys. But once the playoffs start and the game slows down and you need playmakers, you can't just rely on Sengun and Durant to get all your buckets because they will tire out. They will tire out.
You need a true floor general to slow the offense down, get guys in the right positions and make the right calls on the court. And Amen is, like I said, he's super athletic, super talented, but floor general, maturity wise, like he's still like 20, 21 years. He's still a kid. Like he's not there yet for what this team is trying to do because the window's really short with this Rockets team. Like we talk about the window with the Texans, the window with the Rockets is basically Kevin Durant's contract. That's their window.
So, like, if I'm the Texans, I'm calling like the Cavaliers, or DG the PG. Hopefully, he can. If the Cavaliers realize that they don't have what it takes to take the East, I feel like Darius Garland could be an amazing addition to this team. I've seen people on Twitter talk about Kyrie, talk about James Harden with the Clippers imploding the way they are. Like if James Harden wants to just come back home and just run it back one more time with his buddy KD, right?
Oh, I think that seems the most feasible because the Clippers, they're going to be sellers because that team is just.
And we'll finally have something that James Harden never really had around him, which is like an elite defense around him to like.
And also, I think with James Harden, as great as he is offensively, he cannot be your best player. Like he needs to be the Robin. KD's going to be Batman. He can be Robin, and I think he's like in that role with the Clippers because Kawhi he's the alpha over there. He's not a very vocal leader, but like when they need a bucket, they're going to Kawhi.
When he plays. James Harden has been the best player in that Clippers team in over the last 2 years.
Just because Kawhi misses so much time.
Yeah.
But I think coming to Houston, again, it depends what they have to give up. But with Durant as the closer and him as being that offensive threat, and you can hide him on defense because they have the pieces in place where they are going to be a great defensive team. So you can hide him like the Warriors hide Steph Curry on defense. Yeah, you can hide Harden in this system.
And honestly, man, like I feel like James Harden. Normally, he's like the best floor racer in the game, right? Like he goes to any team. Like when he went to Brooklyn, obviously they had KD and Kyrie, but the health was never there, and the healthiest guy out of those three was James Harden, right?
Yeah, they played a total of 7 games together. 7 games,
and then James Harden with the hamstring, and then Kyrie with like the whole COVID stuff. So, but James Harden was like the healthiest guy out of those 3. Then he goes to Philly, and if it wasn't for Joel Embiid always fucking getting hurt in the playoffs, I feel like Philly had a good chance to actually contend for a championship, at least making it to the conference finals. And then he goes to the Clippers, and he automatically became their best player. And he made fucking Zubac look like the guy that we all thought that he could be, right? So if he comes to this team, like I don't think the Clippers are in any position with the way they've been playing, the way they fucking suck, the way they just treated Chris Paul, like they just fucking release them in the middle of a road trip, bro. Send his ass home. The way the Clippers are imploding, just like they know how to do, like I feel like they have no fucking room to ask for anything in return for James Harden. So like you will take 1 pick and fucking the Freddie VanVleet contract, and you'll shut the fuck up about it. And that's it.
Yeah, I think he would probably be the easiest one to get, but I think
we don't need him to score 40 anymore.
Yeah,
bro, just give me like 12, 5, and 10. We're good.
Just be the floor general because you have your closer in Kevin Durant. And as long as Kevin Durant stay healthy, this team goes as he goes.
Yeah.
Because we have seen him take over multiple times in the fourth quarter and overtimes of games, which they were missing last year because they thought Jalen Green was that guy. I was one of those. I was wrong. I thought he could be that closer for the team.
Guys, wait. Guys, wait. I think we had a little bit of lag right there, Rios. Would you want to start over from the start?
No, I came in when I was wrong. It doesn't happen often, but I was wrong about Jalen Green.
Oh, he ruined it, guys. He ruined it. It doesn't happen.
I was wrong about Jalen Green, but it's okay. No one bets the house.
I remember when you said he had the makings of Kobe. I was like, okay.
I was his player comparison. I was just repeating what the scouts were saying.
Yeah, those guys were smoking crack.
I mean, in hindsight, yeah, probably.
Watch Jalen Green fucking turn around the Suns completely.
Nah, I doubt it.
I
I mean, the
doubt
Suns
it.
are doing pretty well, but he hasn't played that much,
Yeah.
which is crazy because he didn't miss any time due to injury when he was playing for the Rockets. But
Yeah, I remember he had those stretches where he was giving you like, 5 30-point games in like 2 weeks.
But his biggest thing was his availability. He never got hurt. Never missed
Yeah.
time due to injury.
And then like James Harden, bro. James Harden was a fucking. I'm telling you, he would like go to a strip club till 6 a.m. and then put 40 on your favorite player.
Except in the playoffs, he just can't get it.
But hey, James Harden would be like one of the biggest options right now.
He would, like I said, he would probably be the easiest. I don't know about best fit because I do want a point guard that one is a floor general, but also is going to give you something on defense. At this stage of his career, I mean, James Harden was never going to give you much effort at all on defense in his prime.
I'm also calling Trey. I'm also calling the Hawks for Trae Young, to be honest, man. Because again, he's another guy. He's another guy who you could just hide him defensively, and he's still going to give you 30 points and like 11 assists.
Yeah, I mean that's another option too. Again, it's going to depend what the Hawks want because he's their only real tradable asset because they got a young team and they're playing fairly well without him right now, which makes him that much more expendable.
Exactly. So that makes them. It makes his value drop. So I don't think it will take too much for him to get somebody like him.
No, not at all. But we'll see.
We will see. We've been going on for a little bit. Any final thoughts before we call it?
Predictions for Sunday night.
The Chiefs. Okay. Is it in Arrowhead?
Yeah, I guess they can't play in Houston for some reason.
I wonder why. I'm gonna predict the defense is gonna continue to be elite. I think they're gonna hold the Chiefs to. Let me rephrase that. Let me think again. 17 points. I think the Chiefs are going to score 17 points. I believe that the Texans will win 20-17.
Okay. No, I have it pretty close as well. I think it's going to be not going to see a lot of touchdowns on Sunday. I think this defense holds the Chiefs to 13 points.
13 points,
One
okay.
touchdown, 2 field goals.
Okay.
I think the offense does just enough to get the W. They just eke by. I got them winning.
What, like 16-13?
No, I got them winning 16-13. Yeah.
Okay.
Just basically one touchdown, 3 field goals. Kaimi's going to be again. They're going to do just enough to keep the game close where the Texans do just enough on offense to get at least 1 touchdown and then a bunch of field goals.
Here's hoping for that. We will be back.
Everyone's expecting a pretty game on Sunday. It's not. It's not
going to be. It's not going to be. It's going to be a Sunday night football, but it's going to be like just defense.
Yeah. It's going to be the Texans defense just shutting down the Chiefs and the Texans offense just praying for a miracle.
It's going to be like that. What was it? That Broncos-Jets game? There was nothing but defense, and both offenses just sucked pretty much.
Yeah. Because the Chiefs, they got to, their defense, they show up occasionally. So they might, especially because in our offense.
The overall script for the game is going to be Mahomes running for his life for about 3 hours, and then the Texans' own incompetence in offense making this a close game. So,
well, hopefully the Texans offense can prove me wrong, and look like a fully functional NFL
Look
offense.
alive.
Hey, I will gladly admit I was wrong, but I think it's going to be the defense carrying this team to a win.
Hey, I just got Nick Chubb, so I might just start him just for the lulz. So Texans, please.
I think the one touchdown might come from the defense.
Who knows, dude? Who knows? But we will be back next week, I'm sure, at some point. No promises. But hopefully the fat one will be with us next time.
Or not.
Or not. Fuck him. Anything else before we get out?
That's it, man. We appreciate you guys, tuning in and see a few of y'all.
Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and hope everybody has a great Christmas coming up soon.
And hopefully we're not blackout drunk by halftime because we're losing on Sunday.
Yeah, if anything, because we're winning. We're gonna put 72. We're gonna put 72 on their ass.
Okay, sir, this isn't Madden on Easy Road.
Hey, Miami did that too. I forgot who.
Denver.
Was it Denver? Was it last year or 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And we see how those two teams have their trajectories have gone.
Have evolved, yeah, for sure. Shut up, Carlos. Goodbye.
All right, later, guys.
Have a good one.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, but rule number one, you gon' respect us. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through your spot. Look, and I don't know what you thought, but right here, dog, we gon' rep the squad. Got HU, I might fit it.